enjoying having all this opened up and stretched where you can move. Is that a good word? Move. Turned off, that's why. Yeah.
Okay. They got an appointment Friday at Center Point for that PET.
PET scan.
It's not a PET, it's the next level of a PET scan, but I don't know the name of it. But they're gonna do it at Center Point, which means I don't have to drive. So.
Everybody's having, my clients that live in Lakewood just moved their dad down to a facility, and what did they call him? Pleasantly confused.
Yeah. I said Dad is still sharp as a tack. It's just his body is not cooperating.
Stacy's exact opposite.
Yeah. His body is not cooperating.
Stacy's like, he's what, 90? You don't know how old he is, 92, 93 now.
Wow.
Just fit. Up, and then now his brain's just like, well,
That's more my mom. That scares me.
right?
She asks me all the time, I can't get my iPad to work, I can't get my phone to work. I'm like, I've showed you this 20 times.
God love him.
I do.
It's so hard to see,
Yes, it is.
not just your parents, but people in general kind of
Yeah.
wane away, and you're like, going, oh.
Well, that or they refuse to learn because they're like, someone will do it for me. I'm like, no.
Well, sometimes
You gotta learn to balance your own checkbook.
sometimes that's a defense mechanism.
Yes, it is.
All right. So I want to rock from ball of your feet to your heels. Ball of your feet to your heels. Finding the stability in your body. Being okay with rocking the ball of your feet to your heels. One more. Come midfoot. Inhale up. And swan dive. Hands go to the blocks. Bend your knees flat back. Hold. Now arch, but don't roll up. Just arch. Drop your chin to your chest. Make sure you're staying more to the ball and arch of your foot versus the heel. Taking your spine up towards the ceiling. Feel your lower to mid back opening up. Now place your hands on your thighs right above your knees. Roll up about halfway into your spine. Hold. Again, my chin is tucked. My belly is caving in because I'm really having to support my back. And I can feel a little higher up in my back stretch. Now hands on your hips, roll up a little more. Keeping your chin tucked. I feel like a cobra hood over the top of my back and neck area. And roll all the way up to a tall spine. Turn your head right and left, let things adjust. Here we go again. Head stays neutral, arms float up, swan dive. Hands go to the block, bend your knees, flat back, hold. I'm looking straight down at the floor. I'm extending through the crown of my head to the wall in front of me. My abs are pulled up and in. We're going to round the spine, dropping your chest towards your thighs. Straighten your legs. Hello, hamstrings. Pull your navel up. Support yourself. Shift the weight to your right foot, to your left foot, to your right foot, to your left foot. If you have sinus problems, woo! And again, let your head hang. Right and left, let your neck relax. Come back to a neutral position. Bend your knees a little more. Hands on your thighs. Walk up your thighs. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Nice and tall. Woo. You should feel like weird back stuff.
Yeah.
Do you like that weird back stuff? Your back's like super stretching open right now. I'm just like going, we're not used to that. Hold on. All right, so arms float back up. So I want you to pull your chin towards the ceiling this time. Drop your shoulder blades down into your back. Relax your shoulders. So I can see my elbows with my peripheral vision. So I don't want your arms way back because it does weird stuff to your body. Now palms face the wall in front of you, or the ceiling, depending on how far back you are. Now slide them down to 9 and 3 o'clock. And hold. Pull your fingers, nails towards your head. So you're extending through the palm. Feel the nervous stretch, feel your abdominals. Let those arms float down to your hips. Relax your hands and roll up to a neutral position. And again, I like to shift around because I can feel all those muscles on either side of my spine going, ooh, wait a minute, what are we doing? I'd like to start heading to the floor. If you want to use your blanket or your mat, your choice to protect your knees. So, on this side of the mat, we're going to just walk out to your hands and knees. Keep your toes curled under. And I'm just sitting, pushing back to stretch my feet first. You don't know how important it is to stretch your feet until you can't move them. Yeah. And press forward, flatten your feet, and sit back. Come forward, curl your toes under, stretch your feet again, the arch. So if you have plantar fasciitis, hello, this is the stretch. And flatten them, sit back on them. And your choice, whether you want to sit on them or stay forward, your choice. I don't know what gives you a better stretch. And we're going to go hands and knees now. Flipping the blocks over. So we're going to start easy. I'm going to slide, I'm going to call my left and your left. So I'm going to take my left foot forward. And I want to lean with my chest on my thigh for a minute. Because when I lean forward, I can get a little different angle into my stretch versus sitting up tall. I'm going to kick the hips back, straightening that left leg. And again, you might need to take the blocks with you because that hamstring might say, oh my. As you see, I'm building my higher platform. Ooh. You should have a pull from the base of your tush all the way down. If you don't, you need to rock your hips back more. And pull your toes towards the ceiling. And here we go, walk it forward, bend the knee. I want to keep my tall platform right next to my hips. Finding
the stretch in your hip flexors, your groin, all kinds of good stuff. And rock it back. So depending on where you're at, depends on where you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you have any problems, obviously you're not going to go there. And I use my blocks a lot. I'm going to go back forward now. I'm going to lean forward first. So you should feel like you can really start getting a little bit lower now. Fix your platform, sit up tall. Keep that same angle on your hips. Should be able to get there now. So this is the fun part. These are your choices we have. You can stay here, or you can straighten that front leg. Four, three, two, and come up. We're gonna switch legs. So you might want to wiggle your hips a little bit because they should feel like, oof. Because when you switch, you're going to be like, oh man, it's stiff.
Yeah.
All right, so again, we're leaning forward on this. So you can have a little lower base because I want my body to feel like it's Supermaning forward, and I have my right foot as a brake. So my right hand, my right arm, I should say, is helping keep my knee in good placement. It's not allowing it to slide off to the right. And we're going to walk it back. And again, right foot is flexed, and I'm pulling back through my hips. So I can feel the whole backside of my legs stretching clear up to my sits bone. And rock it forward. And again, we're going to a high platform now. Allow your hips to shift, your chest stays up. Find that big stretch. And we're going to rock back. And again, we have choices. Right foot's got to be flexed though. Walk back to where you're comfortable at. So again, I like using the blocks because I can apply how much pressure on those legs. And walk forward. One last time. Find a big stretch. So we're leaning first. Really get into those hips. Now bring your body up. And again, your choice. Four, three, two, up. You go ahead and have a seat. You're like, oh, really?
Really? I don't know if I know how to sit. Oh.
So you should have all kinds of weird feelings. I guess I don't have to
I
say
should or I do. Oh, man.
both. I got both. What's that? So it's kind of interesting.
I'll get that good kid some free silent.
I know, right? So I actually am sitting on the blanket, so it's popping me up, not really that much, but I can feel, what I feel is my sits bones fall to the front of it, right? So it helps keep my pelvis at 90 degrees. Feet are flexed nice and tall. That's all we're doing right now. Now point your toes. Push the pads of your toes towards the floor. That's your left foot that doesn't go down as much.
Yeah.
Mine too. You can, you can see it.
Yeah.
And flex. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. Abs are in. So you can feel a little bit of pull, right? It's not that I want you to bring your legs together per se, but I want you to roll. You might have to adjust a little bit. Trying to keep your feet flexed and push your pinky toes towards the floor. Sit up tall. Shoulders, so Pam, look in the mirror. See how your shoulders are still forward? Squeeze your blades together. You might need to pop yourself up a little higher.
Far down.
Far as I'll go.
Okay.
With straight legs. So we don't want this,
Yeah.
because I can touch then.
Yeah.
Can you feel like back here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now point. And I'm still trying to reach my pinky toes towards the floor. Everything's sitting up nice and tall. Abs are engaged. And flex before you get cramps in your feet. And bring your toes back to 12 o'clock. Nice. And relax. So we had to do all that before we can move on. I know you're like, great, now what's she gonna do?
I'm not even saying it anymore.
So when we bring our legs underneath us, our feet and legs do weird things. And if we don't stretch them and work them a little bit, they don't do it. They kind of like get stuck in a place, and then you're like trying to put your knees down and whatnot. One block. Let's go ahead and leave your one leg out. This is my right leg, your right leg out. I was like, well, what leg is this? Left foot goes on top. It's actually easier to move the block in. Hold on to your foot. And I need you to sit up nice and tall. So you're going to start feeling a little bit of a hip thing going on. And it's your choice how far in you go. If you feel more comfortable here and have a better range, good for you. So I'm just putting my my left arm on my left knee, and I'm just giving it a nice little push, so I can feel into that hip joint just a little more. We're gonna leave the block there. We're gonna take this leg and put it on the other side. And I want you to pull that knee, left knee, towards your right armpit. Sit up tall. Oh, hello, glute. Now remember, we've already actually stretched this way, front and back when we were doing all that, but you should have a pull.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna put the side of your leg back on the block. Shoot. So you're sitting up tall, take a breath. Exhale, lean forward. Like that. So keep, I know you gotta like move a little bit and then move forward. Trying to keep your chest lifted and pushing straight forward. Because if you round, you lose part of it. But as soon as you stay with that flat back and push forward, you can feel it down in the hip. What was I trying to say fast last night? Switch side swivels. By the way, you cannot say that fast,
Not sober.
right? Or without spitting on people. And come up. We're gonna put that foot back over. Up tall. So we're gonna turn to your left. Hand goes behind and rotate. So again, I'm trying to pull this knee towards my armpit. Sexy swimsuit. It's already 25 after.
Where's the time go?
You know, I find it amazing, but we have to hold to make these things work. So I want to slide my right hand down to my foot. Smile. Take a breath. As you exhale, straighten the leg. Ooh. If it doesn't make it, hold on to your, I'd rather have a straight leg. Straighten, straighten, straighten.
It don't went straight.
I know. And we've already stretched
I
it.
know. Like, wait a minute.
It's a different angle.
It is a different angle.
So it's like, ooh, wait a minute. I know I just did. Well, actually, my leg was straight, but because my pants are hanging out, it looks like my knee's bent. But yeah, it was straight. All right, so here we go again. Foot goes, other foot, right foot. And again, sit up tall. I'm trying to keep my right foot flexed, by the way. I want it to be active in this range of motion. I'm giving it just a little press down. Try and relax the groin room of the hips. Take the whole foot across, knee comes up, right knee towards your left armpit. We're gonna stay straight forward, lift your chest, drop your shoulders. So again, as soon as you pick up that knee, you should feel the outside of your glute, outer thigh. Because I have a lack of flexibility in my feet, I can't do floor work very well in belly dance because we're sitting on our legs and it just doesn't work. My right foot's happy. My left foot said, oh, heck no. I can wiggle to the right, but I can't wiggle to the left. All right, place that foot on top. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Exhale, chest forward. So I have to concentrate on relaxing and keeping a nice tall spine. To relax my hips is hard because it's like you have to like keep your posture and all that good stuff. and take it over. You start there. Up top. Rotate. Find the back muscles. And you're thinking right now in your head, I know she's gonna make us straighten this leg. Why, yes. Yes, I am. All right, here we go. Slide down. Take a breath. Exhale. And bring it down. What's that?
So now we're not breaking the toe.
Oh.
Grab it.
Yeah,
Crunch.
no breaking toes.
Yeah.
That would be bad. All right, so we're gonna move the blocks for a minute. I'm actually going to make this a little thicker than normal for me because I'm gonna set it underneath my hip. We're gonna stretch a little different in cross-legged stuff again, and it's gonna open more into the inner side of your hips. So if you want to sit on it, roll it down, or bridge up and roll down, your choice. But I definitely want it where it feels like when you straighten your legs, they're kind of hanging off the edge.
Yeah.
And you can feel your belly stretch.
Oh, it feels good.
Does feel good. And you might feel a little bit of hip flexor, not as much as you would if we just started with this, because we've already stretched into the hip flexors. Bend your right knee, place the foot on the floor, do the same to the left. Now, knees fall off to the side, still of your feet. And relax. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Stack your right foot on top of the left. Now, if you want to go to a cross-legged position where your right leg's in front, left leg's in back, feel free. Then relax your thighs. You should have a pretty good stretch on the adductors, medial hamstring, or quad, for sure. Unless you're super duper loose. Bring your knees up towards the ceiling, straighten up your feet. I'm going to do it again, knees to the side. Relax your hips. Stack your left foot on top of your right for a moment. Relax, relax, relax. Let your left leg slide in front, right in the back. You opt for that move. And again, let your legs relax. Let your hips feel heavy. Bring your knees up towards the ceiling. Feet go to the floor. We're going to place your right ankle on your left knee. We're going to take the legs over to your left. Now, your right hip's going to pop up. And you should have some weird stretches going on.
I like keeping my arms up, either to the side or above my head. So I can plant my right shoulder on the floor, not allowing it to come up. Now, if you like, you can drop that right knee towards the floor. Your left hand can go on top of that thigh if you like, whatever you need. But keep that right shoulder on the floor. Can you feel the right side of your back? Across your hip. Because we're elevated, it changes it just a tad. And the more you relax, the more it rolls. And nice and easy. Use your left hand to help push yourself back up on the blanket. Foot goes to the floor, left ankle, right knee. And again, your left shoulder stays planted on the floor the whole time, allowing your legs to drop over to the right. So I keep my left knee up towards the ceiling for just a few moments. Just to let things go, okay, we can do this. And then I start gradually letting it just drop where it wants to go. Keeping that left shoulder on the floor. And the more you think about relaxing your lower back, allow the left side of your chest to stretch. Release your hips. And again, we're going to use your right elbow or hand to help press yourself back up. I want you to move the blanket down so it's blocking your tailbone, basically. So when you roll up, it will hold you up. So actually, I like to have a little curl there of the blanket, and it just keeps my hips up where I want them to be. Straight legs up, toes to the ceiling. We're going to a straddle position, toes point, and again, if you'd like to use your hands to help give a little extra, feel free. Straight legs. Now we're going to roll to toes out. Oh my gosh. I know, right? And you're like, didn't we just stretch?
Didn't we just stretch there?
Legs back to neutral, come up, bend your knees, feet to the floor, rest for a second. Just when you think you're like, well, man, I'm getting this, we just add something, right? Right knee up, left knee up. Just give it a little hug. Feel your lower back. Relax the space between your eyes. I want to take my left leg straight up to the ceiling. I want to put my right foot on the outside of my left knee. That figure four thing we did earlier. I'm using my left hand to hold on to my foot, my right forearm on the inside aspect of my right knee. Give me a little rotation in that hip. We did this stretch earlier, but we were in a seated position. When I change the body position, it changes how it feels. Because that joint is sitting in a different position. Gravity's pulling it on it a different way. And release that leg to the ceiling. Bend your left. Place that foot on the outside of your right knee. And again, elbow on the inside aspect of that left knee. Give a little rotation in it. Nice. And both legs straight up. Now, keep your toes flexed, legs straddle position. Roll the toes out again. Not as bad, right? I mean, you can feel it, but it's not screaming like it was. Roll back to neutral, come up. Nice. Bend your knees, feet go to the floor, relax. Go ahead and move the blanket. Now it feels like you just drop down in a hole. Straighten the legs, let your back recover. So little corpse pose, we like it. All right, so they should feel like they're in alignment. So I want you to think about your legs. Are your heels in alignment with your knees, hips, and shoulders? Or are they too far out? All right, we're trying to get all in alignment. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. So you can feel your shoulder blades pushing down into your back towards your hips. Lengthen out your neck. Can you tuck your tailbone slightly under? Can you find your abs? Take a breath. As you exhale, flex your feet so your toes are at 12 o'clock. And it's okay if they're open or closed, whatever you need. We're just practicing on how to stand up. This is our posture when we stand up. Our feet are flexed, or our ankles, our feet are flexed at our ankles, say it right. Our tailbone should be slightly tucked under so we can feel our abdominals. And we have a slight arch to our lower back. Our shoulder blades are back and down, long neck. Palms are facing your legs. So we want our brains to go, this is what good posture feels like. Perfect. Right now it might feel like a little work. And go ahead and totally relax. If you want your blanket on, feel free. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Allow your body to relax into the floor. Think about the posture we just did. Before you go to bed at night, practice the posture. Make it become your new normal. Relax your thoughts in your head. You are aware of them, but they're not that important right now. Give yourself permission to relax. Just let go.
Inhale. And exhale. Thank yourself for taking care of yourself. Deep breath in. As you exhale, roll to the fetal position, facing the front of the room. Be gentle with yourself, cradling your head with that lower arm. Find your knees towards your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, press yourself up to a seated position. Forearms are across your knees, palms are up and open. You should feel very relaxed right now, very comfortable, very much at peace. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes, refocus. Namaste. Namaste. Peace. That's kind of my going, oh look, I'm getting lower.
Is that your gauge?
That's my gauge.
That's your gauge.
Because when I start, I get about here.
Yeah.
If I had to do it at the front end of it, yeah. I know now it's like, oh my gosh, creep.
Yeah, creak.
Right? Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.